There's certain parts of the Warzonification of zombies that I think are good and necessary for the future of zombies. Let's get right into the video. Modern Warfare Zombies brought about an entirely new fan base, one that really enjoys this style of open world and rewarding, objective-based zombies, where there's kind of that Warzonification. And so today I want to talk about the great things about Modern Warfare Zombies, because there were some really cool things that Treyarch can learn from about this open world style of DMZ Warzone Zombies. And today I'm going to have to ask you to suspend some zombies expectations from your mind and stick around with me, because I'm going to break down exactly why the Warzonification of zombies made sense for Modern Warfare Z in order to take us to the next portion of the future. Let's get right into the very first one. So Zombies was an open world experience this year. A lot of people considered it to be Warzone Zombies or DMZ Zombies. I just feel like it was just a looter shooter kind of thing. But with having an open world, there were some really cool features that Treyarch was able to hang out with. There were many zombies around that you can be able to farm and trade. Being able to have so many zombies in the map just makes it feel good. Let's say you're running past a group of people and they have a large amount of zombies. Those zombies all of a sudden aggro you, and now you have 50, 70, 80 zombies on you. That's like one of the coolest pieces about having so many zombies in this open world. With having so many zombies, we also had a lot of objectives as well. Now, I know that tier 3 didn't have many objectives for us, especially like later on in the season. However, we did have a lot of different objectives around the map to be able to play with. And for a lot of us individuals who did hang out in tier 1 and tier 2, there were tons of them to go around for us. There wasn't really as much differences in them, but there were a lot of them around in comparison to, for instance, Outbreak. Because of this open world style of zombies, we also were able to play with up to 24 people on a map, which makes it much more fun now because of all the modern things that we can do because of the Warzonification of zombies. I mean, we had prox chat and the ability to be able to party up with other players, up to 6 people. We've never been able to play with up to 6 people on zombies before. I believe that like having those large maps also really helps out Treyarch with learning much more about designing bigger maps. Because of that, traditionally Treyarch can only put up to 24 zombies on a map at one time. And because of all the large maps in this Warzonification of zombies, they're able to get much more. Now going into Black Ops 6, they're able to bring much more than just those 26 zombies on the map because they figured out how to make them spawn. And I also want to say that the pace of this open world style of zombies is much different than Outbreak. It allows you to kind of drop in and you can choose the pace at which you go at. For instance, if you drop in, you want to go straight into tier 3, you can go straight into tier 3, get straight into the action, speed it up extremely quickly. So I think that that's going to be something that hopefully Treyarch can install into zombies. I know for sure they had the Rampage Inducer on the launch maps, so that's going to be really good. But I just wonder if there's going to be some other areas where there's just a lot of zombies and a lot more action going on that we could be able to kind of just sprint straight to after we open up the doors. Next up is the enemies. I think it was awesome that there were so many enemies all over the place, everywhere in Modern Warfare Zombies. Obviously you couldn't go anywhere without there being zombies there, which is something that's really cool. And then once you got into tier 3, then obviously there was bosses everywhere too. So that made it much more challenging. I did like that the zombies were not stagnant. That's a huge thing, just because in a lot of other prior zombies, especially Outbreak and the other objective-based zombies like Vanguard, there really wasn't a threat when you walk around. Except in Modern Warfare Zombies, there typically is a threat, unless you're in tier 1. And tier 1 is much more calm and slower for you. One of the big things I liked about Modern Warfare Zombies is it felt like a combination of Cold War's enemies, except for like Order and the Megaton. And they were able to bring all these enemies into Modern Warfare Zombies. And it really felt like maybe there was Aether rifts that had opened from Cold War to this new modern world where the enemies could just be able to travel back and forth to. I really enjoyed that, just that feeling throughout the year. I really just did appreciate just how it felt like Modern Warfare Zombies is literally happening at the same time that Cold War was happening. As far as the rewards and items that we've gotten, the Aether crystals, Aether tools are awesome to be able to have in the game to be able to upgrade ourselves, pack a punch, upgrade our weapons. I think that was great, especially with some of the side quests being able to get perks. I talked about it in my Everything Wrong with Modern Warfare Zombies, which if you have not seen that video, you should definitely go check it out. There's going to be a little pinned thing right here for you to be able to click on to go check that out. I wish there had been more side quests for us to do other than just ones to get some perks and a couple different in-game items. Meaning that in Black Ops 6, I hope that we can get some of those Aether crystals, upgrade crystals, into tools, and different types of in-game items. I do know that it removes some of the grind to level up and buff up ourselves. It should make it much more of a challenge than in round-based zombies, much more Easter eggy, where it's not just kind of laid out to you. The Dark Aether Rifts and the objectives that we had available, I think were really cool to incorporate other multiplayer and Warzone maps into it, but they really did a great job zombifying it. One of the things I think is great with this whole Warzonification of zombies is that Treyarch got a lot of practice with creating dark ethers out of Warzone and multiplayer maps. Hopefully, we should see some beautiful dark ether realms in Black Ops 6 Zombies. We had this event, and that was being able to have the entire map, the entire lobby, go and fight the ether worm. I really wish we had much more of those, but I think that was something that was really cool. I feel like hopefully that we have more of those kind of like in-game events where all 4 of the operators in the game can be able to go, and it's not something that's specifically tied to a main quest. It was kind of something like Firebase Z when you have Order come and show up, except I would just kind of like for this in-game event to happen almost randomly, where there's this huge enemy that we have to come. I really like how Treyarch was able to use the Dark Aether Rifts and the main map to help us uncover a specific Easter egg in order to open up the sigils and Elder Sigil. I hope that they continue to add just much more items like that, where maybe some of the other maps that we get at launch might have different Easter eggs amongst them all. The weapons and camos were very nice in Zombies this year. I love the way the master camos all look. I think that they were just gorgeous. The different varieties, having 4 different zombies master camos looked amazing. The wonder weapons, I feel like the wonder weapon secondary effects were awesome. It was great to see so many people utilizing those secondary effects. I think the weapon balancing felt really nice. All of the weapons you could realistically use and do very well in any tier. I like that the zombies dropped a lot of ammo because there was no kind of attachment conversion, and whatever the base magazine size was, or what we got in zombies, when we pack a punch, then we get probably double, maybe sometimes triple, depending on the weapon. I would like to see larger magazines, and because we didn't have larger magazines, they did have a lot of ammo drops. I really don't remember oftentimes needing to go and grab much more ammo, especially because I hope Death Perception or Mule Kick ends up dropping much more ammo for us in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So I want to talk about my favorite challenges in Modern Warfare Zombies. There are really 2 main challenges that I really appreciated. That was the Unstable Rift, and also going for the Season 5 Infinite Cosmos weapon blueprint. The Unstable Rift really gave us a chance to test our limits with this new system and how well we prepared and built up ourselves. I think it's really like a skill check for looting. Like if you loot it well, then you might do very well. And then also, how good are you with basic zombies skills outside of just MWZ? Now, I have not completed it solo by myself, but going in with a team, being able to lead a team through, I have done that many times. So it feels really rewarding to be able to get all of the schematics and acquisitions cooled down for you if you do make it out. I think that was great. Plus, you get a really nice camo. I think that camo looks awesome. Then you also have the Season 5 Dark Aether, where you have the hidden boss. And there's a couple things that I like about that. One, that boss actually just presented a challenge. I was happy that there was an actual boss fight. This was the only boss fight that we get in any of the Dark Aether rifts that we got. Other than the seasonal challenges, this was the actual Dark Aether boss. They did a great job making the Echo's Entity very challenging boss fight. There was this huge community push to 1, go and get the Infinite Cosmo weapon blueprint, but also 2, defeat the Echo Entity. The crazy thing is, it took them the entire year to figure out how to get a boss into the Dark Aether. Hopefully we have challenging boss fights like we did with her, where it takes us a bit, even the experienced zombies players might have a bit of a challenge as well, might die. We should feel like there is a huge, terrifyingly huge risk of actually going after a boss. So here's why I need you to suspend some other zombies expectations. So I want to talk about why else the Warzonification of zombies is great. It brought about a bunch of casuals, and it brought people from Warzone, from multiplayer, brought people from all over. It even brought people back from the Call of Duty dead or they haven't played in a while. And so they came to Modern Warfare Zombies to see what this new Warzone, DMZ, objective-based open world zombies would be like. And a lot of individuals really liked it. I'm excited because the COD community is growing once again. I'm looking forward to this new Warzonification of zombies pushing us into this next round of what Treyarch has for us. So one of the huge things I like about the Warzonification of zombies with this game is that it brought about like all the things that I enjoy about Warzone. This whole timer, gas incoming system. And it's not that I want to have a timer in zombies, but this impending doom feeling where you have to get what you have to get and exfil before the gas comes in. Now, it would have been amazing for Treyarch to build it to where the gas was enclosing the whole time. That would have been really cool. I think it would have just built up those players to get better faster. Again, it made it nice for casuals to be able to play the whole year and just stay in tier 1 or tier 2. Another thing I love about Warzone is the kind of like the loot up until you find your loadout. And how this translated to Modern Warfare Zombies was that you can get in, loot up, and buff yourself in game. And there were so many ways to be able to buff yourself in game because of all the objectives, rewards, little side Easter eggs. There wasn't many of them, but that feeling of coming in, okay, I have a goal. I need to get this, and this, but I have to build and progress onto it. Was very easy to understand, which makes, once again, the Warzonification of zombies another good thing because it makes zombies simple and easy to understand for the everyday casual or somebody else who doesn't really play zombies much. With it being easy to understand, Treyarch was kind of thinking about Modern Warfare Zombies open world as kind of this long run for the whole year. Because of that, they weren't trying to give us the most difficult things immediately because a lot of the casuals would have not been familiar with it, might have been turned away. And so I like how they kind of gave it a long run where people could learn zombies from the easy sections. They could fill out their own challenge if they like to and go into tier 3. As time went on, they put in the Easter eggs and things like that. And so I love that they had this bridge for a lot of these casuals. Once again, remember, suspend your zombies expectations. A lot of you guys are not zombies casuals. A lot of you guys are zombies fans. And so a lot of stuff I just said are great for the casual. One thing that I do like about Warzone is this failure is always looming, that you can actually fail. You can actually out of nowhere get smacked and die. I like that they had that about Modern Warfare Zombies because there was a lot of high risk, high reward. If you really wanted to get in, get a lot of loot, get a lot of rewarding stuff, you could drop right into tier 3. You could look immediately for the unstable rift. You can go straight in and go into one of the dark Aether rifts with an Elder Sigil. There was really a high risk, high reward. And so that same feeling I get from Warzone, I actually really enjoyed that being over in Modern Warfare Zombies. So how will these translate as good features for Black Ops 6 Zombies? Well, I have to say that it'll really allow Treyarch to start to convert some of those new casuals and some of these new zombies players to round base. Because of this bridge, so far they've had the ability to kind of come in, fill out zombies, enjoy zombies in a way, and step by step add on these other little features. And now Treyarch is able to come in with Black Ops 6 Zombies with 2 different maps, one for casuals and one for the hardcore zombie fan base, where now these casuals have 2 different maps. They can start with the easier casual map of Liberty Falls with this limited style of zombies confusion and give them certain rewards. There's that whole loot system, the vault system there. Give them certain little rewards and allow them to start to understand how to play zombies in a round-based way, help them to walk through Easter eggs, help them to get rewarded with camos and get rewarded with other things that they can have outside of games, help them to win miniature boss fights in round-based to where they feel rewarded and Liberty Falls feels like that connector that gets them at least looped in. From there, once they're prepared, they can actually walk over to Terminus to start learning other pieces of more challenging Easter eggs, more challenging boss fights, less rewarding loot, more rewarding from progressing the rounds and exploration. And then this is what I think, this is my theory. The new map that comes in November, December timeframe, I think that new map is going to bring that very, very traditional zombies where those casuals have been groomed to understand how the zombies gameplay much better. as they get up to that new map. And that new map is going to have all of the traditional things about zombies that we really love, especially as hardcore fans. We really love, and it's going to also have already caught the attention of those new casuals. And so I think the Warzonification was to really just grasp much more of an audience, bring them in so that way in Black Ops 6 Zombies, Liberty Falls can be that connector. It looks like Modern Warfare Zombies. It can be that connector. Terminus can then get them prepared for that new map that's going to bring about that traditional zombie. So we have a huge fan base all ready and prepared for that new map, or at least I hope. But if you are expecting hopefully goodness out of Black Ops 6 Zombies, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna have all the different gameplay, all the updates, all the testing, all the fun stuff here. If you liked this video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. While you're heading down in the comment section, like the video. I'd love to know, like, what were some of your favorite things about Modern Warfare Zombies that I did not mention here? Have you started preparing yourself for this new round-based era? Please let me know in the comment section down below what you are most excited for about Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you have not seen my Everything Wrong with Modern Warfare Zombies video, check this out right here. It's a really great breakdown of all the things that Treyarch should drop from Modern Warfare Zombies and improve on. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful goddamn day.